So in the past 3 months, I've been able to post over 180 videos across all platforms without burning out. And the one tool that has allowed me to do that is shadow work. Now, I'm sure as an ambitious person you have big goals, but on the journey to success you'll face a lot of resistance and frustrations. And if you are not aware of your shadow side, to be more precise, the darker aspects of your psyche, you'll make the journey to creating the life that you want much harder without even knowing it. So that's why if you are serious, you want to take a pen and paper and pay close attention to this video, because this video will be very practical. Quick warning though, if you are unstable in your life right now, please don't watch this video because we go very deep and it can be very uncomfortable, the exercises that we will do. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychologist, famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will rule your life and you will call it fate." So what is the shadow? The shadow is the hidden part in our mind where we store repressed and hidden aspects of ourselves. Things like negative emotions, desires and traits that are considered as unacceptable. It's like a secret room in a house where we keep things that we don't want others to see. So why is the shadow and all of this stuff important? Well, most people are totally unaware of their darker aspects of their psyche. For most of us, the experience is this: we suppress all the personality traits, desires and feelings that are unpleasant or are not socially accepted, because for most of us we have been used to repress those feelings and personality traits. Maybe they were socially not acceptable. There are a lot of influences like our parents, peer groups, like no, you should be this way, and that causes us to really deny some aspects of our psyche. And what happens if we deny and ignore those aspects of our psyche is we miss out on a lot of personal growth and self-awareness. Also, especially if you are ambitious, you'll risk burnout because you are totally unaware of your hidden, unaddressed emotions. Okay, so what is the goal and the benefits of doing shadow work? Now, the goal of shadow work is to explore and integrate the unconscious aspects of your psyche. Now, the 3 biggest benefits that I've received by doing this type of work over the past years is number 1, increased self-awareness. I'm much more aware of my personality and how I relate to others, and this has tremendously helped me in my career in all aspects of my life. Number 2 is accelerated personal growth, and number 3, greater emotional intelligence. In shadow work, really what we are doing is first, we acknowledge the hidden parts of our psyche and then we embrace it for accelerated growth. Now, this doesn't mean we act on our dark impulses and thoughts like a maniac. Rather, we integrate those aspects in order to achieve our goals. Let me give you an example. Is the character trait aggression a bad one? Generally speaking, aggression is not something beneficial. Most of the time it is misused and we don't want to act that out. But is there a possibility where aggression can be used in a good way? Think about it. So if you are sometimes angry or you have a personality trait that has a lot of aggression and drive, you can use it to achieve your goals. For example, I like to play football, for my American audience soccer. So almost every Sunday I play football with my friends. What happens is the game starts one team against another. Even if it's a friendly match, the nature of that is a competitive one. So what that means is during the game things get heated. There will be a lot of aggression. We are males and we want to win, right? So in the past I used to express my aggression in a bad way, like insulting other people. But when I learned to integrate that shadow aspect, I could use it as fuel to actually achieve my goals and help my teammates win the game. Another practical example where you can use the bad trait aggression. When I'm working on those YouTube videos, I usually like to record 3 to 4 videos in one sitting. But sometimes this doesn't happen because I don't have much energy and I get frustrated. But in the past I would feel guilty and bad about not achieving those goals. But when I learned to integrate that aggression, and again, anger is generally speaking not a positive trait, but you can use it as fuel. So I use that as fuel. It gives me a lot of energy and I really want to bust through and make those 3 or 4 videos in one sitting. Because the truth is this, if you only want to see the light side of our personality and we suppress things like anger, perfection, impatience, we live an unbalanced life, and this will also screw our perspective. Because the reality is this, life has opposites, dark and light, black and white, night and day. When we see both sides of the equation, we can really master our psychology. By the way, if you're finding this video valuable so far, let me know in the comment section below. Now, how to do shadow work. Over the past years, I've done a lot of shadow work exercises, and today I'm going to share one method. First, you have to identify what triggers you. And the best way to do that is you go about your life like you would usually do, and then you notice what triggers you, what gives you an emotional response. Now, shadow work is not an easy practice. It is not something that you say, okay, I'm doing this now what triggers me? Okay, I'm angry about this, and then I write it down and then it's done. It is a continuous practice, and that's why most people don't do it, and it's also very uncomfortable, but the growth is really exponential. For example, if you're a content creator, maybe you have received a bad comment. Someone said you don't know what you're talking about, and that causes you an emotional reaction. And then number 2, you want to identify what exactly triggers you about this person or the situation. Write down all the things that trigger you. I recommend you to take a notepad with you for 2 to 3 days and jotting down all the things that you have noticed that get a strong emotional reaction from you. And then number 3, you actively find where you have displayed the exact same behaviors that is triggering you. This part of the exercise is the most uncomfortable part for us because we pretend that this doesn't exist. For example, let's say you are very triggered by people that judge and criticize. If we really dig deep in our memories, we surely find situations where we displayed the same behavior. We have judged people. But we pretend this doesn't exist. This is the psyche, right? We always see ourselves in a better light. Now, I'm not saying they're not good and bad people. We are here integrating the darker aspects because this will give you more appreciation to other people and it will resolve a lot of emotional stress. Because if you really think about this, let's say you get very triggered by people judging you. If you don't acknowledge in yourself that you have also judged other people, maybe not to that extent, it doesn't mean you are a judgmental person, by the way. It's just if we don't accept that part, it will always charge us. And that's why most people are run by their emotional turmoil and we don't even know it. So this is why this work is extremely hard and it's a continuous work. Now, I'm not saying you have to obsess and watch for your shadow and all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. We want to have a balanced view so that we understand the worst part we see in other people, we have it to some extent. Trust me, if you do this on a continuous basis, you have so much self-awareness and this will unlock many areas of your life. This type of inner work is exactly what I did in the past 4 months to produce a lot of videos and content. Now, if you observe my journey, you see I've posted a lot of videos on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I had this goal to post over 180 pieces of content in 3 months, and at times I didn't feel like doing it, and it was extremely hard, and I had the plan, I had the strategy, but sometimes I was just not making enough progress and I was very frustrated and my perfectionist side, my darker side, perfectionist side has really creeped in. So if you found this video valuable, let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Next, I want to watch you this video where I talk about how you can overcome your limiting beliefs. It is short, it is practical and is really complementary to the information today. As always, thank you for watching and I see you in the next one.